Titanoboa snake. We all are probably familiar with the concept of a Chinese dragon, with their huge bodies and enormous mouths, and most of all, the long and terrifying snake-like shape. Or maybe you are someone who has read about the sea serpents from the stories that terrorized even the scariest of pirates and sailors, with long undulating shapes following you underwater. No wonder people were afraid. And perhaps you're familiar with the ancient Viking myth of Jormungand, the world serpent, said to wrap around the entire world and feared by all. What's common among these stories is the image of a terrifying gigantic snake, and sure, many of us may brush it off as they're just stories, but what if I told you that an actual giant snake once slithered around on this very earth, and all that not very long ago? Welcome back guys to our channel, where we have a new mind-blowing video just for you guys, in which we'll tell you some of the most mind-blowing facts about the Titanoboa, the terrifying monster from legends, and how it actually roamed the earth. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you guys to subscribe if you haven't already, and while you're down there, why not click the notification bell as well, so that way you won't miss any future uploads. Now with all of that done, let's get into the video. Please don't forget to watch till the end, as we'll be telling you just why this enormous beast ever went extinct. Without further ado, here's the list. 1. An ancient king. The Titanoboa roamed the hot and humid swamplands near Colombia and was undoubtedly the apex predator of its environment. But the story doesn't end there. With being 13 meters long, longer than any living reptile, let alone snakes, the Titanoboa was huge. So huge in fact that, according to scientists, for at least 10 million years it might have been the single largest predator on land, dwarfing the crocodilians and smaller mammalian predators easily. 2. Enormous dimensions. We've mentioned the length of this incredible animal, but that simply does not put it into proper perspective, as unlike most modern giant snakes, like the pythons of Africa that prefer length over girth, the Titanoboa was a giant in both. Estimated to be over a meter wide on average, this beast was expected to weigh over 1.12 tons, that's right, a snake measured in tons. 3. Discovered only recently. Although an ancient animal, with its myths seemingly being ingrained in human culture since time immemorial, we only got to know of its existence fairly recently. Discovered by a team of explorers in a mine in Colombia, they only came to light in 2009, however evidence suggests that some ancient cultures might have known about their fossils but simply assumed them to be dragons and such mythical creatures. 4. Mythical name and size. Not only is its dimensions a reminder of its mythical character, but its name itself calls to the Titans from Greek mythology. According to ancient Greek myths, the Titans were a race of gigantic beings who ruled the world before the gods were ever born, and their name has been applied to everything from titanium to the legendary Titanic. It's no shokes that when it came to naming the largest snake, the word was chosen. 5. It ate the most powerful reptile. It is a little known fact, but the oldest form of a super carnivore is generally considered to be that of a crocodile. They have been so successful that they have maintained the same general body plan for millions upon millions of years. However, this did not stop the Titanoboa from causing havoc in the lives of even these creatures. Yes guys, this snake ate entire crocodiles, most of them larger than today's largest crocodiles, and that's not all. They were known to eat other snakes, fishes and even smaller Titanoboa. 6. Not a slow animal. Maybe due to its large size or the general image we have of giant snakes, many of us would imagine the Titanoboa to be a slow and sluggish creature, but according to newer insight that might not have been the case. According to some scientists, the Titanoboa was too large to utilize entirely on the usual constriction method and instead might have waited for the right opportunity and then suddenly attacked the jugular like a jaguar. This would have required impressive camouflage as well as quick reflexes, which makes it just that much more terrifying. 7. Anaconda Clone. Careful analysis of the skeletal structure of the creature has shown that its closest living relative is none other than the world's current largest snake, the anaconda. However, at nearly twice the size and many times the weight, it dwarfs its living relative. 8. Big mouth. Anacondas and pythons of the modern world are known for their terrifying ability to eat prey whole, and because of their eerie similarity with the Titanoboa, it can be said that it did the same. But obviously scaled up to its size, so according to estimates, It had the ability to stretch its mouth enough to devour an entire hippo in a single piece. 9. Actual sea serpent? Coming back to the anaconda similarities, we all know that Colombia back in the day was not too dissimilar to how it is today, with a lot of marshland mixed with rivers and swamps. And this is the prime environment for a snake like the Titanoboa, which in all probability spent more time underwater than on land, capable of swimming at alarming speeds and using water to hide its immense body. Wading in shallow water and accidentally stepping on this animal is not a pleasant idea. Now guys, we come to the question that has probably already crossed your mind, and that is just how did these animals die out? Well, the answer might not be what you guys think. You see, a lot of us may assume that these were killed along with the dinosaurs as a result of the asteroid strike. However, the dinosaurs went extinct 64 million years ago, while the Titanoboa only went out of the fossil record 60 million years ago. Which also raises the question of how they even survived that explosion. Well, guys, as it turns out, being underwater has its advantages, and because of its semi-aquatic lifestyle, many Titanoboa survived the Cretaceous extinction event, which is the name of a series of events after the asteroid strike that killed a lot of large animals. However, this caused another problem: prey. An animal as large as the Titanoboa required huge animals to feed on, and with the dinosaurs gone, they had to rely on smaller and smaller animals, which take up more effort for an animal like this, and give less energy. And so over time the species slowly died out, with its greatest ability causing its own downfall. And that, guys, is the story of the largest snake, and the real-life mythical monster that actually lived on this planet, the mighty Titanoboa. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. With all of that done and out of the way, it's time to wrap up the video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.